the man and the kids. It never works out. Do you have a situation where you live under one roof with your man and your kids?
Well, I am divorced now, but
right. That's my point, love. And I asked you that quick question because that is how that works out. When people are not in their place, things fall apart, and you will stick to your wrong ideology even though it's failed you. And that's what hurts me, because I know I cannot save you, but what I can do is I can properly teach the girl who will come up in your place. I can properly teach the boy who will come up in my place. There's no way in hell you're sitting here telling me you're divorced, but the way you're thinking is the way to go. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I'm Muslim, so my upbringing is, in a sense, that the man is over top of the woman. I'm Muslim. Okay.
Are you currently Muslim, or were you previously Muslim?
Well, I would say that you don't really lose it, but and that's not why me and my husband, my ex, we've been together since we were 23, and I'm older now. So I have a 44-year-old daughter. Okay. So what I'm saying to you is, my husband was deported. So that's the reason why we're not.
Well, why didn't you go where he at?
I did. I didn't like it. But it's okay. It's okay. I don't want to.
Big Mama, let me tell you this. I'm glad we're having this conversation, because you represent a very common type of thinking. And if you really were subject to that man, which is your job as a woman, to be subject to that man. I've had good.
Look at it. Did you guys see how she opened her eyes when he talked about subject to the man, which literally means submit to the man? Like every time a black woman hears submit and feminine to a man, it's like they lose it.
I've had the privilege of having way more good women than even any one man deserves. And I remember one young lady in particular, and I'm happy to speak well of women that I'm no longer dealing with. One young lady, I remember I said, hey, I want to move here. What do you think of that? She says, that's cool. I said, well, what if we move here? What do you think of that? She says, that's fine. And then I just started naming random stuff just to see when she was going to crack. And I said, well, where wouldn't you want to move? She says, I wouldn't want to go where you're not at. So her idea was that if you're there, that's the place for me. And that is what a real woman is. Wherever my man at, that's my place. My man, that's my home. That's my protection. That's where I need to be. It doesn't matter what the state is, as long as we can call it Marquetta-delphia, Marquetta-fornia. I'm in the United States of Marquetica. That's where I'm a citizen. And the fact that if your husband gets deported, you didn't believe until death do us part. It was till you get deported do us part. And that's the problem. You weren't really signed up for that man. And that's why I teach women, it is about obedience.
They don't want to do it.
Obedience. And here's the irony.
Look at her face.
You think that obedience is a sacrifice. No, obedience is an investment. When a woman invests her obedience in a man looks and says, you know what? Damn, I better hold on to her, because ain't many like her. There's a lot of fall down broads that if I get deported, they gonna ghost me. If I get locked up, they gonna dip on me. If I lose my job, they gonna leave me. But if this woman is obedient, God damn it, I'm gonna stay with her to the end, no matter how old she gets, no matter how many wrinkles, no matter how many kids she done born. I am going to stay with her because I know she will stick with me through all things. She's what you would call a good woman. There's not many left. I got to train up the whole future of female kind. And that's why we're creating the Events and Training Center, because it got to be retrained, because you cannot be convinced. As sweet as you are, because you're a sweet black woman, but you can't be convinced. It hurts my heart.
I'm sorry. I mean, Marquette, I like your, I like the way you talk. I like the way you break down points, but I disagree. There is nothing you're going to do to change these women out here. I'm a firm believer that if she didn't see it in the house, if she has never seen her mom submit to a man, and the only time her mom submitted was submitting the boss because the boss had to pay her something every other week. The only time they're ever going to submit to a man is if they're going to lose their job, and that's the boss. So there is no way Marquette is going to talk to women for them to start submitting to men. I don't care how much money a man has. I don't care how much money the man spends on them. I don't care how much the man doesn't. I mean, it doesn't matter. The truth is, we have a generation of women who didn't see their mothers submit to a man ever. So they're never going to learn it. It's too late.
Sweet, but I kind of I don't want this
Being
to,
sour.
I didn't want to, say my personal business as to why I decided, or he decided, or we decided together because of the distance that maybe we should both go on with, we were like a Bonnie and Clyde situation, you know what I mean? Not to have a relationship conversation, and it's kind of personal. And I don't have a problem with you thinking whatever you may have think and the sacrifices that I have made or that he has made. It's okay, because we both are probably on the same mind frame. It's just that you don't know the situation. So I don't want to go into that, but I think that a woman that sticks with her man is a good woman. I think that a man that sticks with his woman is a good man. I agree with a lot of things that you're saying. I'm kind of allowing you to go where you want to go with what you're saying, because I agree with you to a certain extent, but because you don't know what actually went down with us,
Well, I
that
know everybody got a story, but one thing I know for sure
yeah, you know
is
what I
that
mean?
one thing I know for sure is that when the man is a great leader and when the woman is a great follower, nothing can part the two. Somebody remind that. Send that to me on IG. That's a hell of a quote. When the man is a great leader and the woman is a great follower, nothing can part the two. And the fact of the matter is that true submission can be managed by a single strand of hair. If the man is holding that strand of hair and you hold the other hand and you move in sync with him, the strand of hair won't break. That is true submission.
A good leader is one who also respects the position of a woman, and not, saying you're a leader all the time. It's like, are you trying to convince yourself that you're a leader? It's by action.
Please stop it. Please stop it. Don't play that game. Don't play that game. It's the rebellious nature. It's Big Mama. It's that rebellious nature. And that's why it's so important for men to actually be strong, especially with the Black woman. You got to actually be strong. And the sad reality is that the Black woman is holding on to so much BS. I hear them bring up slavery. I'm like, damn, baby, slavery didn't ended a long time ago. We ain't got to keep rehashing it. Because here's the thing. I don't need to know about all this damn history, all this trauma and all that. No. We're going to live in 2025. And the real question for you, love, is are you about to be obedient in 2025 so that you can have a good life in 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, and for all time? And you can have happy, healthy children. All that other stuff, all that past stuff, that's coming from the liberal white folks and taught you about trauma. What the hell you calling that trauma? That's called life. God damn it. My grandma picked cotton. Did you pick cotton when you didn't pick cotton? Okay. That's called life. It's not trauma. You need to follow directions. And my compensation for you being a good woman will be that you will have a good life. But the problem is that you rather run your mouth, not you, but I'm just talking about women in general. You rather run your mouth. You rather do what you want to do. You've been living out in them streets too much. You feel like you got to constantly go out and be seen, and you're unruly. And the sad thing is that you will trade. I heard one Black broad on the internet say, if my man tell me to delete my social media, I'm going to delete him. You dumb broad. You would trade in a good man for an Instagram following from an Instagram account. You are dirt and you are for the streets. You are utter trash. And
I mean, he's going off. But that was funny. A woman says she would delete a man if he tells her to delete her Instagram. Here's what I'm gonna say as I wind up this video. I'll put the link down below so you guys can continue the video. It's 40 minutes, right? The truth is, her mindset, because I think she said she has kids who are like 40 years old. Her mindset, she already instilled this mindset in the daughters. And those daughters are going to instill whatever mindset they have in their own daughters. Could the generational curse be, cut at some point? Yes, but it's going to take a lot of work. But the point is, because women literally shape how kids grow up, because they have them when they're really in those tender years, the truth is the mindset is here and it's going to stay. All of us will need to disappear for the mindset to leave. That is the truth. So you as a man, it's your duty to make sure you don't choose a woman with her mindset. Because like she said, just because you're a leader, just because you provide, just because you protect, it doesn't make you a leader. And she's not supposed to submit to you. You are equals. So it's up to you as a man. Is this the kind of woman you want? Or do you want a woman who's going to appreciate the effort you put in and, submit and be feminine? Because that's all most guys are asking for. It's not like most guys are asking for a woman to cook every day because they know she's going to be busy with the kids and things like that. But just even a little bit of respect. If you're not going to ask me to pay the bills and you want me to pay the bills on demand, the least you can do is be nice to me and make me a sandwich every now and then without me asking. That's all men are asking for. And obviously, don't be all in my ear the whole time. Right? But what do you guys think about that? Shout out to McQuaid. I'll put the link down below to the to his channel.